Yeah.
All right, Dr. Kendall here. I'm here with Dr. Gangle and a very special patient, Kelly. She said that she'd be willing to share her story. We've got Dr. Gangle here. We both do this here in our practice. I'm predominantly the one that does the full arch cases, but Dr. Gangle does quite a few also. And this is one of the ones that he tackled. How long has it been since we started?
When did we start?
Last July or August.
Last July. Yeah.
So it's been a little while. We've gone through pandemics and all kinds of stuff. Mm-hmm. And Kelly is one of our favorite patients, honestly. Every time she comes in, she's got the biggest personality. She gives us all hugs. She truly is a joy to have in the office, and we're excited that we've been able to provide such an amazing smile. Kelly has not seen it yet, so we're excited to show her in a little bit. But Dr. Gangle is my partner here, and he is amazing at implants, root canals. All of us do IV sedation, but he's been the one that's done that. But he's not as comfortable at doing the interviews yet. So
you got the better interview question.
We're tag teaming a little bit. Hopefully we got sound on this. The last one I did, we didn't have any sound. So if you can't hear us, please send us a message. But if you can, we're here just to hear Kelly's story. So Kelly, tell us, first of all, you were having issues with your teeth. You were searching for help. Why was that? What happened in your life that got you to that point where you needed help?
I'd lost a tooth in the back, and just slowly it was happening, and I didn't notice it till we looked at pictures like 3 or 4 years back, but I started getting a gap in the front, and it was getting wider and wider, and I'm a speech therapist for a living, so I'll constantly have kids looking at my mouth, and so it was bothering me. I talked to my mom about it, and that's kind of how I thought maybe that since I'd lost one in the back that it was starting to gap because of that, and it just was. I'm one of those people. I watched your thing on TV, and you talked about that sometimes there's just people that have good teeth but don't have the bone, and that's really what happened to mine, I believe.
Yeah. And that's one of those things where, we have a lot of people that come in and they have different things going on. Life happens, they get busy, they're becoming speech therapists, Do you have kids?
I do, a 25 and a 20-year-old.
25-year-old? Did you start when you were 5?
No, oh my gosh, I'm so old. But thank you, I'll pay you for that.
But yeah, life happens. You become a mom, you're becoming a speech therapist, life happens. There probably were a few years where you weren't able to make it to the dentist.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then there's genetics. And what happens is sometimes people get gum disease, or they get, fillings start breaking. Mm-hmm. And that, in your case, I think it was more gum disease, just the slow deterioration of the bone from bacteria, from just not being able to get in to see the dentist because of the genetics. There's a lot of components.
My mom had some work done also, so it did.
Oh, perfect. Okay, I thought you were going to tell us we didn't have sound. From the analog version, which is what most dentists do, which is they take a denture and then they make that denture into fixed teeth. Mm-hmm. We have a full digital process here, and you were one of the first ones where we took, instead of doing the denture, we were able to give you digital 3D printed teeth, and you've been in those for a while.
Yes.
And now you're in your final set of teeth.
I know, which I've not seen yet.
She hasn't seen it yet. She's excited. But tell us, so I'm sure we did sedation for you, right?
Oh, it was entertaining.
How was that?
It was actually really good. Erica came in and was my right-hand person. That's one thing I can say about this place is, a lot of people are like, I don't want to go to the dentist. I don't like to go to the dentist, but I have felt very welcome here. I feel like family. I'm going to mail y'all Christmas cards and stuff, so because everyone's been so kind, and even Dr. Gingle likes me.
Yeah,
especially Dr.
Especially, yeah. So what do you remember from surgery? Do you remember a lot?
I do not remember a lot. I'm sure Erica probably has some stories, but
You did good.
I did okay.
Yeah.
I probably tried to talk. Sorry.
You did great. That's good.
Super smooth.
It did. It really went well. And so I tried to do one time without sedation. I don't recommend that.
Yeah.
Go sedation. Yeah.
Sedation is the key.
It
right?
is. It was wonderful.
And that's
it's,
what a lot of people come to us for, is they're fearful. They have a lot of work to be done. They don't have time. Sedation really is the key to be able to help people get the work they need.
and it's a
without
quick
pain.
recovery. I mean,
Yeah.
that afternoon you're feeling okay. So I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you have any other questions for her? Or?
Let's let you see them.
You ready to see him?
I am, but I'm nervous.
Okay. Well, let's try it out.
Okay, are we ready?
Are you ready?
I don't know. We're going to see if we are, if we're not. Oh my gosh. Look at them.
So natural, right?
Don't they look good?
Yeah.
What do you think? Look at me. I'm asking her.
I can't talk.
Oh
They
my
look
gosh.
awesome.
You did really good.
Thank you.
You did. Oh, Dr. Kingle.
They look really good.
Oh, thank you. I'm
Yeah,
so happy.
wow.
Oh, I know.
I think you do it.
So
I
much.
love it.
I know. Oh,
That's awesome.
I am very happy. Look at America.
It turned out
I'm
so
like
awesome.
shaking. I'm so nervous, but
We've gone through quite a few renditions.
you don't understand. Well, I mean, you do because you hear it all the time. But what you said in your, I guess it's the infomercial that you did, you said that people, you don't want to have to take them out. You don't want to have to. It does affect everything.
Yeah.
It affects everything. What you pick off a menu to eat,
Yeah.
which is sad but true.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, okay, this is like new life.
Yes.
Don't you think?
Yeah. That's
So-
exactly what we say is new smile. The new smile is amazing.
Look at it.
But the life that you get of being able to eat what you want off the menu, being
Right.
able to talk to people and not have to worry about your teeth coming out.
And Dr. Kingle said this to me one time that really stuck with me was when I was in here, anytime he would talk to me before I had it done, I always did this.
Yeah.
And I remember him one time, he touched my hand, he pushed it down, he goes, you don't have to do that anymore. And it was eye-opening because I didn't want to have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So it's exciting.
Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Absolutely.
That's, I mean, you know, her story is so similar to so many, just like she said. You know, there are so many people out there. That's why we're so passionate about what we do. So many people out there are going through that, where they're hiding their smile. And it's not just about this. When people are doing this, they're not only hiding their smile, they're hiding who they are as
Absolutely.
a person. They're not going for the jobs that they want. They're not, you know, they're not smiling, you know. And that's the thing is, I had one gentleman, we did his case probably 4 years ago, and he said, in fact, he got terminal cancer. And I asked him, I said, would you have done this if you had known? And he said, the last 2 years have been completely transformational. My grandkids just thought I was grumpy because I had never smiled.
Oh,
But
that's sad.
But the last few years, what we thought of his life, he actually got cured. It's been amazing.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful.
And hopefully he's got many, many years to go. But it's truly transformational when you can smile. When you go into that job interview and you give that smile, and you're not hiding
It
who
is.
you are.
If you scroll through my pictures on my phone, the last 3 years, they're all
You know,
with my mouth closed. And now I'm going to be like, hey.
hey! Awesome. Well, Dr. Gingle has something to present to you.
Yes. We want to give you a gift card, your first meal on us.
Oh.
With the new teeth. I know you've had the temporaries in there for a while, but
Uh-huh.
your first meal with your new final teeth.
Well, thank
Well, if
you.
you like steak, it's
I do love
Texas
steak.
Roadhouse.
Nice. That is what we're getting a new one in Lufkin.
Are
And that's
you?
the other thing. I drive. It's worth the drive. I come from Nacogdoches. It is.
Yeah.
It's worth it. So
And you've made a lot of drives to make this happen. So.
I know, but it's worth it. If I could go back, and even if I could talk about one more thing, the expense is worth it. It is.
That's actually, thank you. There's a lot of people that don't know, but this is an expensive option. It's not cheap to restore a full set of teeth.
No.
But when you compare it, like, and I hear people all the time, it's crazy to spend that money, but then they have a $50,000 truck or
Right,
a
exactly.
$70,000 truck, and they don't question that investment. But when you're spending less than that on a full set of teeth and your smile and all of that stuff, that's an investment that's going to hopefully last many, many years to
Longer
come.
than that truck.
Longer
You
than
should
that
use it
truck.
more often.
Absolutely.
Every time you eat, every time you talk, every time you smile.
Yes,
Yeah.
very much so.
Awesome. Well, enjoy your first steak. Thank you so much for your
you.
patience.
Oh no, thank
And
y'all.
for-
I'm so sorry.
Yes, and let's go ahead and show her before.
Oh yeah. Look out.
So this is the hard part. This is the hard part for her because she's not, this does not define her. But you can see the gap. She didn't have that gap in the past. This is what happens when you get gum disease and you get bacteria that builds up. The bone pulls away from the teeth, and the teeth no longer have the support, and they start to flare out. And this is what can happen. This is devastating because she actually had beautiful teeth, but she had just lost all the bony support around them, so that we couldn't save the teeth. There weren't a lot of cavities on her teeth. She did a good job brushing. It's just the gum disease took over, and it worked its way underneath the gums,
Right.
and then it eliminated all the support to these beautiful teeth. This actually is probably one of the most tragic things we see. Taking out all these teeth on someone
Oh,
that
that's hard.
does not have cavities and major issues is hard, but there's no way to regrow that bone. The only way to do it is by starting over, getting some strong, stable implants in there.
And I'm 51. I'm hoping to have a lot more life.
You're
And
only
if that's what I
halfway
had to
there.
do. I know. And if that's what I had to do, and then it is traumatic having them pulled, but look at them now.
I love it. I love the smile. Thank you so much for sharing your story with me.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Very much. All right.